I'm Chris Shattuck, and this is Important Drupal Theming Concepts. In this video, we're going to talk about methods of modifying Drupal output. We'll look at how to decide which methods to use when, and how to track down the source of the output. At first glance, it might seem like a series of videos on theming in Drupal is a bit outside of the scope of building a module, which is the core function of this site. However, a lot of the people who are building modules, possibly yourself, are doing so in order to provide some custom functionality for a specific site or a series of specific sites, rather than building a module for the purpose of contributing it back to Drupal and sharing that. Because of that, there's a huge set of skills and techniques that you can learn in order to be able to get what you're looking for without having to use too much code, and making sure as you go through the process to put your code and your modifications in the right place. And sometimes that place is going to be in the theme layer, namely in the theme directory, where we store things like images for our theme, styles for our theme, and various templates as well. By the time you finish watching these videos, you'll be able to know where you're supposed to put your code, in the theming layer or in the module layer, and you'll be able to do everything that you would need to in order to build a theme from scratch and modify existing themes, including extending a theme with subthemes. Let me discuss briefly what this series will cover and what it won't, so you know what you're getting into. We'll begin by talking about the fuzzy line between the presentation and logic of Drupal, which is what makes the difference between theming and module building so difficult to grasp. We'll talk about how to override the output of virtually anything in Drupal. We'll look at the best places to put each of your modifications. And then we'll pick apart a theme and take a look at the different aspects of it and learn what each part is used for. Finally, we'll look at some quick and dirty solutions for common theming problems, and then we'll extend that to look at more longer-term code-based solutions for those same problems. What this video won't cover is the basics of working with HTML and CSS, though we'll talk about the specifics in certain places. A basic understanding of what those two technologies are and how to use them is going to be helpful through these videos. We won't talk about the implications of building valid HTML and CSS code, though all of the examples that we use through these videos should meet those standards. We won't get into using effective design to improve the user experience of your visitors, though this would be an interesting topic for future videos. And we won't get into accessibility issues or how people with disabilities can use your site.